I'm going to make this short and sweet. What are 3 stocks that tend to do well during war? The reason that we're talking about this, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, is the market has recently been going down due to the talk and the tensions between Russia and Ukraine. There's talk about de-escalation and hope that they can work something out for the U.S. not having to get involved. But I thought it would be something worth talking about. These 3 stocks haven't really completely shut up, as they're not in war as of right now, but I would love to follow up with them. And also, if you know of any specific stock that does well during war times, please comment that down below in the comment section. It would not only be of value to myself, but of course to everyone watching. I hope you learned something new, and if you do, please consider smashing that like button. The first one that I want to talk about is Boeing. Again, a huge manufacturer for airplanes. You can see that based off of recent patterns, it's definitely not the most attractive. Airlines were hit very, very hard during COVID, and overall demand levels, again, haven't been the highest. But again, if we transition into war where more manufacturing, overall demand levels will therefore increase for airplane manufacturing. So we can see why Boeing could see some form of positive catalyst. The thing that I do want to point out is, again, if this de-escalation does end up happening, the reason I'm talking about the de-escalation is this resistance level at the moving average. Every time that we approach this green line, which is the moving average, we get rejected, we get rejected, we get rejected. And it's not just for a couple of days, but this has really been since September, right? So you need to take that into consideration. We have months of rejection at this previous level. So please take that into consideration. Now, if we do transition into what's viewed as wartime, I would love to follow up with Boeing and to see if it did actually factor into the reason on why Boeing begins to trade at a higher level. The next one that we're going to be talking about is RTX. And the thing that I like about RTX is not only is it a stock that does really well during wartime, but also it's been doing really well since the end of 2020. You can see the higher highs, you can see the higher lows, you can see the consistency. I'm sure you and I can agree that, especially right now, as tech has been pulling back. I have a big focus on tech. It would be great to be able to be invested in a stock that's still doing really, really well during very unfortunate times for almost everything else. Raytheon is not only a stock that would do even better during war times, but is already doing well, which is why I thought I would talk about this one today. And again, that is ticker symbol RTX, so you can let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Does it meet your criteria? And if not, then it's just maybe a stock that we have to follow up with after we learn more about what's going on over there with Russia and Ukraine. The last one that I'm going to be talking about is General Dynamics. Again, another very bullish stock. Ever since the end of 2020, it's been making higher highs, it's been making higher lows. It's not cheap. It's somewhat almost at all-time highs. So again, I would still wait for the news to see if it catapults to new highs due to transitioning into war, and or if we de-escalate, to see if it actually acts as a negative catalyst and maybe it pulls on back. But again, General Dynamics, ticker symbol GD, another very popular stock that tends to go up during wartime. I feel weird talking about this. I got asked this question, and this is why I'm making this video of what stocks tend to go up when we transition into war. One of the things that you guys also need to take into consideration is that there are ETFs and inverse ETFs of the overall market. So whatever market, if it's Dow Jones, NASDAQ, or S&P 500, there's inverse ETFs of each one. So if you see that we go into war, but maybe you don't like these specific stocks that we talked about today, which again, to each their own, then maybe you can learn more about those inverse ETFs and how those go up when those markets go down. For the NASDAQ market, that is SQQQ. For the Dow Jones market, I think it's UDOW. Is it UDOW? I think might be the bull. Yeah, this is the actual bull ETF. So this one goes with the overall Dow Jones. So it's going to be SDOW that goes up when the overall market goes down. So again, something to take into consideration. And then for the S&P 500, that's going to be SPXS. Again, another one to take into consideration, that this one goes up, as you can see, based off of recent patterns. This one goes up when the S&P 500 market goes down. So something to be aware of, especially if we do transition into this. Fingers crossed for the de-escalation. I hope it ends up happening. We're all just anxious for the market to recover. But again, this is why you watch your position size. This is why you keep a tight watch list, and this is why you stay patient. So friendly reminder, we are running our giveaway for the Digital Storm custom PC and $1,000. It ends in 2 weeks, and it's super easy to enter. Head on over to shoptechbuds.com. For every $1 you spend, it equals 5 automatic entries. And today our sales are on the mouse pads. All mouse pads, only $20. So pick your favorite mouse pad. It will automatically enter you for the giveaway as well. So make sure that you're aware of that. And again, that's that fourth link down below or at shoptechbuds.com. I will see you tomorrow for our live trading session with the Learn Plan Profit Group. If you want to see me trade live, click that second link down in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. I appreciate your time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.